Back to Rooksor Field. Matthew Wright climbs the hill tonight. Wildcats and the North High Huskies. Aaron Nels will lead things off. Cole Decker and Cam Decker, the scheduled hitters against Wright. So Niels gets in. Wright is 3-0 in 19 innings, a 1.47 ERA. He brings it home. Ball shot foul. Albran out in left, Like in center, Hedinger in right with Foley, Hankey, Morton, and Wallace, the infield behind the plate. Drew Bradley kneels down on the count. 0-1 here. Curveball popped up right side. Morton goes out. In comes Hedinger, and it's Hedinger making the catch for the first out of the inning. So Wright induces the pop-up, one away. This North team, really good hitters. Wright worked in the Carmel game on Saturday. So Decker, the left fielder, gets in. Cats off tomorrow. They'll be at Southridge on Friday for a 6 o'clock start. Forest Park at 1 on Saturday. You can see that game Sunday at 1 here on 18. Decker waits. And it is out of the zone. Drew Bradley behind the plate, and it's 1-0. Cody Morton, a 2-run homer last night to get the Cats on the board. We'll talk about that more when the Cats come up offensively. And Morton, 7 innings of 4-hit, no-run baseball. He struck out 9. He was really good. Foley in on the grass at third. Here's the pitch inside corner for a strike, and it is 2-1. Wright peeks in, drops the glove, and fires it home. Swung on and missed, and the count goes to 2-2. Wright, the break even. Missed inside. Cats on a 3-game winning streak after the 2 wins this week and the Saturday win against Northview. The payoff pitch to Decker. Inside corner, strike 3. So Wright gets the punch out, and it's good to face Cam Decker with the bases clean. Gets in. He had that weekend at Bedford where he hit 6 home runs in like 3 games. He's going to Central Florida. He's a big bat. He bats in the 3-hole just like Connor Foley does for Jasper. Sees a breaking ball, in for a strike from Matthew. No score, 2 away in the top of the first, North and Jasper. Couple of sectional opponents in that 4A tournament, possibly down at Bossy Field. They'd meet in the championship game. Decker hooks it foul. Past Foley and Jeremy Jones on the coaching line at third. North came from behind and beat Central last night 6-5 to go to 18-3 on the season. Decker at the plate with an 0-2 count. Wright will throw that pitch. Misses outside, try to get him to chase. He does not. No wind tonight. That's rare here at Rooksor Field. First really warm day. Yesterday was really warm, too, down at Hill Field. The 1-2 low. Supposed to get back in the normal temperature range in the 70s next week. Only home game of the week for the Cats. Again, you got those 2 on the road, albeit in DuBois County, Friday and Saturday. The 2-2 from Wright to Cam Decker. Curveball popped him up. Hankey out at short. We'll wait for it to come down, and he'll grab it with 2 hands, and that will be the end of the Huskies here in the first. We'll head to the bottom of the first. No score. Jasper and Evansville North will take a break. This is Wildcat Baseball on 18 WJTS. Back to Rooksor Field. Ben Hankey to lead things off against Mason Wicks, the North pitcher. Both teams not really pitching their aces, if you will. This is low. Hankey, Morton, and Foley to stand in. Cats back above 300 at 318. This one, a 58-footer, bounces low. Jasper against Lincoln. 8 hits last night. Chris Ettinger had 3 of those. The 2-0 slapped up the middle, and that will trickle into center field for a base hit, and the Wildcats have their leadoff man on here. So the Cats will bring Cody Morton to the plate. Again, 2 hits, a 2-run homer to get the scoring started. Jasper scored 2 in the first and 5 more in the second. Kind of shut it down after that, but Morton on the hill was really good. He shut the Lincoln Alice's out. Morton takes a strike at the knees with Connor Foley on deck. No score, home first. Terry Gobert on the coaching line at third. Jason Albrand over at first. Cats bat here in the bottom half of the first inning. Again, next week, the last week of the regular season. The 0-1. Up the middle into center field for a base hit. Back-to-back singles to start the festivities tonight in the bottom of the first. That sets the table for Connor Foley here.
Batting for the Wildcats, the third baseman, number 24, Connor Foley.
Cats beat North last year twice down at North and then in the sectional semifinal. Foley waits. Curveball, hammer in for a strike. It is 0-1. Morton at first. Hankey out at second. Next pitch to Connor. He wastes it foul. It's 0-2 with nobody out. Cats threatening here in the bottom half of the first inning. Third baseman Cooper Blythe behind the bag. And about 5 steps off the line. Hankey out at second. They go in behind him momentarily. They throw a breaking ball that's upstairs. And it goes to 1-2 to Foley. Foley now at .446, 3 homers and 22 knocked in. Slams it into center field, and it will drop for a base hit. The runners had to play station to station. The ball comes back through the infield, and the Cats have 3 straight base hits to start the game tonight. For Chris Ettinger, who's been hot as well at .385 with 3 home runs and 13 driven in. Ettinger cleans up. Wicks goes out of the full windup. Strike 1. North over in that third base dugout. Cats take their leads out on the bases, looking to draw first blood here in this SIAC affair. Wicks throws the 0-1. This one looped into shallow center, but right at the center fielder. Decker, he'll fire it in, and everybody stays put. Or Luke Diekman, I should say, in center. 1 away. For Drew Bradley. Bradley stands in. He had .270. 3 home runs and 12 driven in. Oh, excuse. Pitch in for a strike. Bradley, I should say, 25 knocked in. 2 home runs, 25 knocked in. The 1-1. Shot foul. So it is 1-2. More wind back toward home plate than there is on the flagpole out there. The 1-2 to Bradley. Curveball got it. Wicks trying to pitch out of this jam here. He's retired the last two after the first three guys reached on singles. And here comes Will Wallace. Cats bases loaded here in the bottom of the first after retiring the Huskies in order. Matt Wright did. Wicks, plateward. Blocked by Shellhouse behind the plate. Keeps the runner Henke at third. So the Huskies here trying to get out. The Wildcats trying to get on the board. Foley, Morton, and Henke out on the bases. All three singles to center field. The 1-0 to Wallace. Fastball outside corner. One and one here. Pitch on the way. Curveball. Wallace hits it on the ground to third. Up with it is Blythe. Throws on, and the Huskies get out of a jam. Cats leave them loaded here in the first. Through one, Jasper nothing, North nothing. We're back after this. Back at the ballpark, Riley Singleton to lead things off here. North and Jasper 0-0. Right, a 3-up, 3-down inning back in the first. Throws the first pitch outside to Singleton. Grisham, the designated hitter, on deck, followed by Cooper Blythe, the third baseman. The 1-0 offering, that is low. The Cats had the bases loaded in the bottom of the first with nobody out and didn't score. The 2-0 offering from Wright. Strike at the knees, right down the middle. The 2-1 shot toward right field into the bullpen. 2-2 here. Wright with one strikeout back in the first. He will throw it to Singleton. Line drive, right field for a base hit. The first Husky hit of the game. And that'll bring up Grisham, the DH. Hits for Wicks, the starting pitcher. Huskies squared a bunt here, and Wright throws over to first base back in time. Again, the Southridge game Friday at 6 o'clock. Saturday, Forest Park at 1 over in Ferdinand. Rangers about ready to win the Pocket Athletic Conference. That 14-team league is not easy this year. And they've been playing good baseball, so that'll be a good game. Wright on the mound. They squared a bunt. Foley charges, pulls the bat back, and takes it for a ball. Grisham, the designated hitter. Huskies trying to move the runner up to second base, perhaps. Wright cuts it loose, slug bunt, and fouls it off. Squared a bunt, then pulled the bat back and took a swing. It's 1-1. Mentioned the wind. It's like it's kicking up behind home plate, but out on the center, it's like being on a tee box and there's no wind. And flip it up by the green, it's blowing like crazy on the flag stick. Like I said, the flags are still, but here around the press box, it's just going crazy. The 1-1 pitch here from Wright. Fastball outside to Grisham. Showed bunt earlier in the at-bat. Huskies bat here in the top of the second. Wright throws over, and back with the dive is Singleton. Nobody out, runner at first for Evansville North. Wright Throws it, fastball outside, 3-1. Cats swept through the SIAC last year. (3-1). Ball popped up, foul territory. Foley over near the fence will drop it over the fence. So it's 3-2. There for a while it was crazy. The Wildcats undefeated in SIAC baseball. They went through the SIAC in football unbeaten, and portions of the boys basketball season they hadn't been beaten either. The 3-2 runner at first. He stays put, barely missed inside with a fastball. It's a pretty good 3-2 pitch to watch if you're the hitters. Grisham, that'll bring up Cooper Blythe. So now a left-handed hitter, see if Jeremy Jones puts that bunt on here. Getting toward the bottom of their order, though. Blythe, the left-handed hitter, hands over the plate. Right throws it, he's bunting. Pops the bunt up, foul territory, and Wallace charged but couldn't quite get it. It's 0-1, so they don't execute that bunt here. And it is 0-1 with runners at first and second. Huskies try to move these runners along here in the top of the second inning from JHS. The 0-1 inside corner for a strike. It's 0-2. See if Wright can reach back and get the strikeout here. Big gap in right center field for Cooper Blythe. Wright wheels back towards second, does not throw back there. North, Castle, and Central on that top half of that 4A sectional bracket. Cats will draw Harrison. They'll play in the second semifinal on Saturday. The final game will be in the afternoon on Monday. Just one game there. Blythe swings at a pitch inside, and he goes down swinging. Big strikeout for Matthew Wright, his second, after they couldn't get the bunt down. And here comes Luke Diekman, the center fielder. So Diekman will bat here. Check swing foul. Right working out ahead. Diekman in the 7-hole for the Huskies. (0-1). Wright brings it home. Low. Runners stay at their bases. As Bradley dug it out, it's 1-1. So they go through a set of signs here. Wallace holds the runner on at first. Runner at second with one away, and Diekman at the plate. Wright comes set, checks the runner, and brings it home. Into right field. That will be caught by Hettinger, and they tag up. Or did he tag up? No, he did not. The Wildcats get a double play. The runner at first was drifting off the base in a weird fashion, and the Cats get the double play. They get out of the inning. We'll head to the bottom of the second. No score. Wildcats and Huskies were back after this. Back to Rookser Field, Matt Wright. Lead segs off for the Wildcats here. Like and Allbrand to follow against Mason Wicks. First three Wildcat hitters reached on singles, and then with nobody out, Wicks retired the next three hitters. Pitch low, 2-0. Shallow fly ball to center, a strikeout, and a ground out to third. Wicks delivers the 2-0 to Wright. Line drive into left field, and that will get down for a base hit. Fourth hit of the game already for the Wildcats. And Lucas Tim will run at first base.
Number 6, Lucas Tim. Now batting for the Wildcats, the center fielder. Number 3, Ryan Light.
So Light gets in, probably be asked to sacrifice. He's bunting, bunts it, and it hit him. He's out. Ball was along the line. It hit Tim coming out of the batter's box. And he's gone. Yeah, basically stepped on the bunt. And here comes Jack Albrand. Albrand with one away. He hits it down the first base line. Nabbed by the first baseman. Shellhouse on to second, and they do not get the runner there. Or Singleton made a nice play. Well, he basically dove at it, and his glove was right on the bag. They would have had to tag the runner at second base. So he's out there in scoring position. Tim, and back to the top in Ben Hankey, who singled earlier. Bottom of the second, no score. Pitch inside to Hankey. And it is 1-0. Two and 0 to Hankey. Cats left him loaded last inning. Hankey trying to drive in the runner from second base, Lucas Tim. Hankey shoots it on the ground to second. Right to first, and this one is over. Speaking of the second inning, Cats get a single by Wright, but they leave that man stranded out there. We have played through 2 here at Rookser Field. Cats and Huskies 0-0. We're back after this. Vogren will lead things off here in the top of the third. No score, Huskies and Wildcats. This one served on the ground to Hankey. He comes to the belt, then throws it high, but Wallace gets back on the bag, one away. So 1 pitch, 1 gone here. Landon Shellhouse, the Husky catcher. First pitch is a fastball in for a strike. Or maybe it was high. 1-0, I guess. Neal's the center fielder on deck. Fastball pumped in. That's a strike. It's 1-1 here. Huskies bat here in the top of the third in a 0-0 game. Wright comes home. Just a tad low. Ball popped up, first base side. Wallace in foul territory makes the catch. 2 away. Bring up Neal's the right fielder. Wright's first pitch to him is a breaking ball that sails outside. Top of the third. Cats have out-hit the Huskies 4-1 here, but nothing to show for it on the scoreboard. The 1-0 to Neal's. Ooh, right off right. Stuck his hip out there, and he gets the man at first base. That ball was right back through the middle. We'll head to the bottom of the third. No score, Huskies and Cats. More Jasper baseball after this on 18 WJTS. Back to Rookser. We head to the bottom of the third. Mason Wicks back on, throwing 4-hit baseball. Cody Morton has one of those 4 hits. First pitch, the 58-footer for a ball, 1-0. Hankey, Morton, and Foley led off the first with 3 straight base hits, but the Wildcats could not score. Morton pops it up, right field. Kneels toward the line and makes the catch. Guys just do not catch with 2 hands anymore. I guess. Sound like a get off my lawn guy, but it's always good to catch it with 2 hands. Here comes Connor Foley. He's singled as well, as I said. Pitch out of the zone there, 1-0. Hedinger to follow. Cats looking to get on the board here first in the home third. Foley paps it back into left field. If it's fair, it's gone, and it's a home run. Connor Foley. Wow. Must have crossed foul. Man, gee, Christmas. It looked like it was going to go foul at first, and then it kind of straight. Well, we'll try 1-1 now. Woo. There was a charge into that one. We had a pretty good look, but not as good as the umpire behind home plate. Terry Gobert really didn't argue much. That ball had some serious hook on it. The 2-1. This one served on the ground in the hole between third and short. Shortstop Decker can not muster up a good throw, and Foley gets his second hit of the game. For Hedinger, who popped the center field earlier.
The right fielder, number 16, Chris Hedinger.
Foley wears that 5.5 hole out. He has drove so many balls through there this season. They miss inside. He turns on them. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1 to the Wildcat right fielder, Chris Hedinger. Turned that into a little double play last inning. Oh, and 1. Ball chopped on the ground. Once again, Diekman over to second. Overshot his second baseman. And the Cats are going to have second and third. Now, Niels had trouble picking up the ball. Decker kind of underhand threw it and didn't really get much behind the throw, and it's an error. And the Cats have second and third with 1 gone. For Drew Bradley. Struck out his last time up. 2 guys out there. The 0-1. That is a strike. North in on the corners. Bradley squares the bunt, pulls the bat back, and takes it for a strike. He's down 0-2 now. The 0-2 pitch, the Wildcat catcher. Pops him up, shallow center. Diekman comes in, makes the catch. They bluff going, and they unload the throw. And now Foley is caught in a rundown, and they are very fortunate they didn't throw it down there to third. As Foley was creeping down the line, and the catcher, Shellhouse, I don't know if he trusted his arm or not, but they had Foley smoked at third. 2 away now for Will Wallace.
Number 25, Will Wallace.
So for the second consecutive inning, they have had Wicks on the ropes here. See if they can cash in. Wicks brings it to Wallace. Pop foul straight back. A 1 delivery. Curveball is upstairs to Wallace. Ryan Like waits on deck. No score here in the bottom of the third. 1-1 pitch on the way. Low, blocked by Shellhouse. Two and one. Wicks out of the full windup. Throws it to Wallace. Line drive back into center. Diekman will make the catch once again to retire the side. Wildcats again threaten but do not score. Here in the third through 3. Cats nothing, Huskies nothing. We're back with more after this. Back to Rookser Field. We head to the top of the fourth. No score. Jasper and Evansville North here on ATWJTS. Matt Wright back on. Throwing a one-hit baseball so far. Struck out a couple. Decker stands in. Decker, a strikeout victim again back in the first inning. 0-1. Wright will fire it. Hits it wide of the bag. At first foul ball, he's down 0-2. Again, we'll have the Cats and the Raiders on Friday night from League Stadium. 0-2 with nobody out. Decker gets ready. Wright throws it. It's inside and low. Cam Decker on deck. 1-2 pitch from Wright. Got him. Struck him out. One away. Third strikeout from Wright, and here comes Cam Decker. He flew out to Hankey earlier. So Cam Decker bats here from the right side. Wright throws it outside. It's 1-0. One away, nobody on for the Huskies here. Next pitch. Low. Two 0 offering. .30, and he walked him on 4. So Singleton will stand in. Second walk given up by Wright. He singled earlier. This one popped back into right center field. Hedinger goes back and makes the catch. 2 away. So Grisham, the designated hitter, will bat. No score, top of the fourth. Throw over back in time, the base runner. Runner takes off. This ball punched into center field. First and second now. Tried to decoy Cam Decker is maybe to think it was going to be caught, but it was not, and it's dumped into center field.
Third baseman, number 8, Cooper Blythe.
Here comes Blythe. First and second with 2 outs. Ball hit on the ground as Morton ranges over, bobbles it, picks it up, and it's going to be an error. Couldn't get a grip on it. And the bases are loaded for Diekman, who lined to right earlier. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Diekman lined to right earlier. Breaking ball in for a strike. Oh, 1. Oh, and 2. Right works out ahead. Bases loaded with Diekman at the plate. Wright will throw the 0-2 to him. Called third strike outside quarter. Wright leaves them loaded. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. No score. Wildcats and Huskies were coming back with more after this. Matthew Wright leads things off here in the bottom of the 4th against Mason Wicks. No score. Cats and North Huskies. Wright line drive left field. Wright is 2 for 2. 6th of the game for the Cats, and Lucas Tim will run at first base again for Wright.
Number 6, Lucas Tim. Batting for the Wildcats, the center fielder,
Husky bullpen up and running.
Brian Blythe.
Mike pulls the bat back, takes it for a strike. 0-1. Mike fouls this one off too. So 0-2 here. Light serves it into shallow left. In comes the left fielder, Cole Decker. 1 away. So here comes Jack Albrand. He was victimized by Singleton, who dove for his ball and just stepped on first base his last time up. Singleton holds the runner on. Tim here with Albrand at the plate. Blythe, the third baseman, comes in. Albrand swings. Loops it into shallow right, but out goes Vogren to make the catch for the second out of the inning. So back to the top, and Ben Hankey.
The shortstop, number 4, Ben Hankey.
Hankey slams it into left center field. Decker on his horse in the gap, but makes the play for the third out of the inning. Cats go down here in the 4th. We'll head to the top of the 5th. No score. Jasper and Evansville North will come back with more here on 18 WJTS. We head to the top of the fifth inning. Luke Vogren, the second baseman, bats. Shellhouse, the catcher, and back of the top in kneels against Matthew Wright, who's thrown 2-hit baseball so far tonight. Vogren grounded to Hankey earlier. He hits this ball Foley, backhands near the bag. Connor comes and makes a bad throw, and it's the second Wildcat error of the game. And the leadoff man once again on for the Huskies. So Shellhouse gets in. Bunts it right back to the mound. Wright will go to second. Pull Hankey off the bag for an error. So back-to-back errors. So Aaron Neals will stand in. Neals waits, takes it outside. Bunts, third base side of the mound. Wright has trouble getting off the mound. Will pump, and it's an infield base hit, and the Huskies have them loaded. Cole Decker stands in. Brian Kirchhoff comes out to the mound to talk it over with Matthew Wright and the rest of the Wildcat infield. So North has something going here in the top of the fifth inning. So Cole Decker bats here. Bases loaded, nobody out for North. 2 errors and a infield single on a bunt. This ball pop foul. And it is 0-1. Decker has struck out a couple of times against Wright here. Huskies with nobody out and the bases loaded. They got Jasper out of this situation earlier. Let's see if the Cat defense can turn the same trick. Curveball pops him up in the infield. Foul territory. Connor Foley near the north dugout makes the catch. Well, they get the first out there. And here comes Cam Decker with the bases loaded.
The shortstop, number 16, Cam Decker.
Bases loaded, 1 gone for Decker. He has flown out the short and walked. Wright works out of the stretch. Husky runners at every base. Breaking ball misses outside. The 1-0 blocked. Two-0 pitch. They get Decker to fly out deep to left, and it's going to stay in the park. Albrand comes in to make the catch. Tagging up from third is Cam Decker, and it is 1-0 Huskies on the sacrifice fly. Or make it coming in to score, I should say, Vogren. Runners still at first and second. And the Huskies lead here. Singleton stands in, 2 away. Wright brings it. Chopped on the ground to Morton, up with it, shovels on to Hankey to end the inning, but not before the Huskies get on the board. We'll head to the bottom of the fifth, 1-0 North. This is Wildcat Baseball on 18 WJTS. Back to Rookser Field, we go to the bottom of the fifth. Jasper now down 1-0 against Mason Wicks and the Huskies. Morton, Foley, and Hettinger, a chance for the Wildcats to do some damage. Breaking ball misses 1-0 to Morton. 1 for 2 is Morton so far in the game. Husky bullpen up and running and has been for much of this game. This one is in for a strike. 1-1. One pitch. Swung at a breaking ball. The 1-2. This is outside. Two and two. Morton hits it on the ground to Decker. It's short. Tries to throw on the run. Infield base hit for Cody Morton. Ball in the hole between third and short. Seventh hit of the game for the Cats, and here comes Connor Foley, who has a couple of those hits.
Number 24, Connor Foley.
Wicks nearly threw that ball away, dug out by Singleton. 1-0 Huskies. Foley at the plate here. Strike to Connor. Foley nearly hammered one out of here. This one shot into right field for a base hit. Niels cuts it off. Morton's going to try to go first to third, and they fire it right back in. So first and second with nobody out. Foley 3 for 3. Niels going away from the play, uncorked the ball right back into third. And here comes Chris Hettinger. He's 0 for 2. Cats down 1-0 here in the bottom of the fifth. This one chopped on the ground to third, foul territory. Blythe runs it down, 0-1 here with Bradley on deck. Cats trying to score again here, actually score for the first time to match the Huskies here. Both these teams have had a lot of traffic on the bases with nobody out in their offense this game. Morton at second, Foley the runner at first. Hettinger waits, and Wicks brings it. Swung on and missed. Swung at a breaking ball, and it's 0-2. pause and the pitch. And he got Hedinger. Wicks got a big punch out right there, his second of the game. And Drew Bradley will stand in. Bradley fouls it off. He's 0 for 2 heading into the game here, or heading into this at bat. Oh, and 1. Pitch low. One and 1. Morton out at second. Foley the runner at first. The 1-1. Bradley misses high. 2-1. Time called. Two and 1 here. High. 3-1. So Bradley in control of this count. Bradley takes it right down the middle. Three and 2 to Drew. Wicks trying to make a pitch. Bradley trying to knock in a run. Bradley hits it up the middle, and it's into center field for a base hit. Morton rounds third, and he's going to tie the game. They throw it all the way through, and Drew Bradley comes through with an RBI single. 1-1 our score. Foley stops at second. Bradley, the runner at first. Still just one gone for Wallace. North pitching coach Zane Mauser will come out.
Courtesy runner at first base, number 8, Tyler Atkins.
Tyler Atkins will run at first base, first and second with one man gone. Cats draw even here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Well, the Cats in business there with just one out in the 5th. Foley's out at second, and Atkins the runner at first. Will Wallace steps in after the mound visit. Wallace does not chase that pitch. Big gap in left center field for Will Wallace. Wicks plateward. Wallace takes this one outside, 2-0. Matthew Wright waits on deck. Cats lead, or actually have tied the game at 1 here. This one takes a big hop right at the shortstop, on for 1. The relay back to first base. Safe at first base. And the first baseman's asleep. Does not get Foley coming around third. Singleton made the stretch. The runner was safe at first, and the Wildcats stole a run. So fielder's choice cutting out Atkins over there, 2 gone. And Wallace is the runner at first base. Singleton gave up on the play, and with 2 outs, Foley just kept on going. Singleton was in a stretch over there at first. And here comes Matt Wright, 2 singles so far. Pitch blocked nicely by Shellhouse behind the plate. Two and oh. Low, once again blocked. Throw over, back in time. Foley was running with 2 outs, and this round and third kept on going, and Wright walks. First and second now for Ryan Like. And we are going to have a new Evansville North pitcher. Jeremy Jones out to the mound. Cats lead 2-1 here in the bottom of the 5th. We'll take a break and we'll come back to Alvin C. Rooksor Field after this. Back to Rooksor Field, Chris Kranick, the new North pitcher, in relief of Mason Wicks, who went 4 2/3. Cats have runners at first and second with 2 outs here. Like at the plate, here's the pitch. It is low. So the Wildcats have got on the board with a couple here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The 1-0 to Like is inside. Still first and second. Craddock, the new North High Husky pitcher, doing some work out on the Rooksor Field mound. It's 2-0 with 2 outs, 2-1 Cats here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Two-0 is a ball. 3-0 now. 9 hits given up by Wicks. Couple of runs, 2 strikeouts, and a walk responsible for the 2 runners out there. The 3-0 to Like, and he walks the 8-hole hitter on 4 straight pitches for Jack Albrand. Well, the base is full of Wildcats here.
Batting for the Wildcats, the left fielder, number 2, Jack Albrand.
First, second, and third. Here's the pitch. Albrand squares the bunt, pulls the bat back, and takes it for a ball. Make Craddock throw a strike here. The 1-0. Low, 2-0. Catcher Shellhouse goes out to talk with Craddock. Two-0 here. 2 Albrand. Cats lead 2-1 here in the 5th. Albrand takes this one for a strike. Jack's been swinging the bat well here in recent games. Next pitch. Strike at the knees. And it's 2-2 with 2 gone. Runners at every base. Cats with 2 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The break even from Craddock to Albrand. Now the bases are loaded and the runners will be off and going with the pitch plateward. The merry-go-round. Big pitch in this game. Cats lead 2-1, looking to make it more. Craddock comes home, runners take off. Ball 4, it's 3-1. Allbrand gets the RBI. That run charged to Wicks. Craddock was not happy that was called a ball. Hankey, the 9th guy to bat here in this inning. He's 1 for 3. Could really break this open. It's 3-1. Cats with a 3 spot after the Huskies scored in the top half of the inning to lead 1-0. Hankey takes the first pitch for a strike. The 0-1. Strike at the knees. Fastball pumped in there. The 0-2 to Ben. Does not chase. The 1-2 offering to Hankey. Curveball misses low. 2-2 with 2 gone. Wildcats at every base. Jasper leads 3-1. The pitch to Ben. Fouls it off into the north bullpen down the left field line. We'll try the 2-2 again from Craddock to Hankey. Fisted foul. First base side, 2-2 and holding to the Wildcat shortstop, Ben Hankey. The 2-2. On the way. Curveball, fouled it off. Try the 2-2 again. Hankey into center field for a base hit. 1 run will score. They stop the second run from coming in. Tim comes in to score. It's 4-1. Hankey, a big RBI base hit. So the Cats are going to batter out here in this 5th inning. Hankey, an RBI single. Here comes Cody Morton, who led the inning off with a single. Cat base runners at every base here. Like at third, Allbrand out at second base, and Hankey the runner at first for Cody Morton after a mound conference once again. So Cody Morton bats. He throws him a breaking ball, and it's a strike. 0-1. Cats with 4 here in the bottom of the 5th. The 0-1. 1-1. Foley lurks on deck here with already 3 hits in the game. Craddock, the second pitcher of the night for North, the 1-1 to Cody Morton. This one popped into left center field. Diekman will go over and grab it for the third out of the inning. As I said, though, the Wildcats score 4 runs here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. They lead North 4-1. We're back with more after this. Back to the ballpark, we head to inning number 6. North down 4-1 against Wright and the Wildcats. Grisham, who is 1 for 1 with a walk, steps in. Huskies led 1-0 heading into the top of the 5th, but the Wildcats again got the 4 spot. 2-0, Matthew brings it. Strike at the knees. Fouled away. Grisham, the designated hitter, hitting for the pitcher spot. The 2-2 hit on the ground softly towards Morton. He will scoop it up and throw on, and there is one gone. Cooper Blythe stands in. He's 0 for 2. This one into left center field. Albrand goes over to make the catch with Light sliding at his feet. So with 2 outs, Luke Diekman stands in. So Luke lined out to right field, also struck out looking. The 1-0. Big swing and a miss. One and 1 to Diekman. 2 away, right? Looking for that 3-up, 3-down inning, the shutdown inning after the 4 spot. Curveball into the dirt. Two-one offering. This one punched out to Morton at second base, and he takes care of it. Good inning for Matthew and the Wildcat defense. We'll head to the home 6. Jasper 4, Evansville North 1. We're coming back with more after this. Back to Rookser Field. Mitchell Renfro on, the third pitcher of the game for North. He'll face Connor Foley, who is a perfect 3 for 3. Jasper leads North 4-1 here in the 6th. Breaking ball is upstairs, 1-0. Craddock went just a third of an inning in relief of Wicks. Cats have out-hit the Huskies 10-3. Strike into Connor, and it's 1-1. Cats off tomorrow at Southridge on Friday night. That game live on WBDC Radio, and also later on at 10 right here on 18. Foley hammers it right at Decker, 1 away. Foley's hit 4 balls right on the screws tonight. 1 away for Hettinger. Cats at Forest Park on Saturday for a 1 o'clock start. See that game Sunday at 1 over on 18, or here on 18. Fastball to Hettinger in for a strike. North has some bullets left in their gun as far as pitchers are concerned for the sectional. Cats do too. Jasper will play Harrison in the bye game. That's what we know so far. One and one the count. Hettinger swings and fouls it back into the glove of Shellhouse. Due up for the Huskies in the seventh, 8-9-1 against Matthew Wright, picking the Wildcats up tonight with a good pitching performance. Wildcat bullpen dark right now. The 1-2 from the pitcher Renfro is out, 2-2. Huskies took a 1-0 lead in the top of the fifth. The Wildcats with 4 in the home half of the fifth to take that 3-run lead, which we have right now. Renfro, the break even to Hettinger, hit foul wide of the bag at third. This one back to the screen, and it's 3-2. Three and two. Renfro will throw it. Ball 4. Hettinger walks. Renfro's first walk.
The catcher, number 11, Drew Bradley.
Comes Drew Bradley. Knocked in a run to get the scoring started back in the fifth. Hits it on the ground sharply to second. And the second baseman boots it. And everybody's safe. So 5 combined errors in this game by these two teams. That'll drive both coaches up a wall. So Will Wallace will stand in. Atkins will run at first base. So first and second with one gone. Cats trying to add on here in the sixth. Pitch in for a strike. 0-1. Pause and the delivery. That is high. 1-1. Two and one to Wallace. Will singled a couple of times and walked and scored. First and second with one gone in the home six. Jasper on top of the North High Huskies 4-1. Renfro fires a 2-1, and it's low 3-1. Again, the Huskies 18-3, the Wildcats 18-4. Both these teams have been defeated by Castle. The 3-1. Low ball 4. That'll load them up for Matthew Wright. Can't wait to just get the tournament off and running. Weinzappel will run at first base. So Weinzappel will run at first base with the bases loaded and Matthew Wright at the plate. 4-1 Jasper here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Batting for the Wildcats, the pitcher, number 19, Matthew Wright.
So Renfro throws it to right. Fastball catches the outside corner, and it is 0-1. So Wright, chance to bust it open even further. Renfro comes to the set near the belt in agreement with Shellhouse, brings it home right off the pitcher's glove out to second, and they get the runner at second base going in. Ball glanced off Vogren's glove. Decker picked it up as it flew up in the air, and he touches second base to erase Weinzappel. 2 gone. Fielder's choice for Wright. Another run comes in to score, and it's 5-1. So Tim running at first on the fielder's choice. First and third now for the Cats. Atkins down at third, and here comes Like. Will Wallace starting to loosen in the Wildcat bullpen. Pitch to Like. Fastball inside and high. Again, 8-9-1 coming up for the Huskies in the 7th. 1-0 pitch. This one into right field for a base hit off the bat of Like. In comes Atkins, and it's 6-1. Cats starting to open it up here. 4 in the 5th, 2 more here in the 6th, and Jack Albrand will bat with 2 outs.
Batting for the Wildcats, the left fielder, number 2, Jack Albrand.
Albrand takes it for a strike. Albrand 0 for 2 with a walk with the bases loaded for an RBI. Play behind the runner at first, a 5-run Wildcat lead. Fastball is high. So 1-1 to Jack. Leadoff man Ben Hankey waits on deck. Albrand check swing into the north dugout and off the concrete over there, the bricks. And it's 1-2 to Albrand. Started the game on the hill down at Gibson Southern in that 31-hit barrage by both teams down there. The 1-2. 2-2. Game lasts about 2 hours and 40 minutes. At one point, Coach Gobert came over to the screen and asked if at some point did they not play games that lasted an hour and a half back in the day, which that was the case on Tuesday night at Lincoln. Albrand punches it into center, but right at Diekman. And he'll make the play for the 3rd out of the inning. The Cats scored 2 here in the home 6th. Last call for the North High Huskies. They trail Jasper 6-1. We'll have more after this. Back to Rookser Field, Matthew Wright. Trying to shut it down and get the complete game win, just like Morton did last night at Lincoln. Vogren, the second baseman, bats. North down to Jasper, 6-1 here. Wright will throw the 1-0 pitch home. And that got him. Hit by pitch. That's not how you want to start the game, or start the inning. Shellhouse, the catcher, will bat.
The catcher, number 9, Landon Schillis.
1-0 here to the 9-hole hitter, Shellhouse. Pitch high. Brett Bradley out to talk it over with Matthew Wright here. Jasper looking for win number 19. Brian Kirkhoff strolls out to the mound as well. And we're going to have a pitching change here in the top of the 7th inning. Will Wallace will be the man on the mound. We'll take a break. We'll come back to Alvin C. Rookser Field with a pitching change right after this. Back to Rookser Field. Will Wallace on for the Wildcats. Wallace has worked in 5 2/3 innings. No record, 1.24 ERA. His 5th appearance. He pitched on Monday night at Gibson Southern, went 2 2/3 of 5-hit, 1-run baseball. Comes on with nobody out and a runner at first in relief of Matthew Wright, who stands to be the winner. Wright went the 6 innings of 3-hit, 1-run baseball. Pitches in for a strike. He's responsible for Vogren, the runner at first. Cats like to get the double play here. See what happens. Turned a rare 9-3 double play earlier. The 2-1 here to the catcher Shellhouse, and it's outside, 3-1. Three-one pitch. Walked him. So a hit batsman and a walk here to start the 7th inning, and Niels, the right fielder, will bat. Courtesy run at first base will the Huskies. Ethan King.
Number 5, Ethan King. Batting for the Huskies, the right fielder, number 3, Aaron Niels.
So Niels out there batting with runners at first and second, the leadoff man for North. Wallace misses inside, it's 1-0. Double play still in order in the infield. The 1-0. That is a strike. One offering. That is high. Two and one. Pitch. High. 3-1. Nobody out. North runners at first and second. Jasper up here. 6-1 in the top of the 7th inning here at Rookser Field. 3-1. Walked him. Now the bases are loaded. Maverick Merkel up in the Wildcat pen. Cole Decker will bat.
Batting for the Huskies, number 15, the left fielder, Cole Decker.
So Cole Decker will bat. 0 for 3. Cam Decker is on deck. You don't want to face him with a high leverage situation. Probably not. They've kept him pretty quiet other than a sacrifice fly. 0-1 now to Cole Decker. Oh, 1 pitch. Hit on the ground. Morton will charge, and he'll have one play. That's the first base. The run comes in to score. It's 6-2. So up to third. Courtesy runner. Kneels at second. One away for Cam Decker. 6-2 Cats. Decker waits and Wallace throws. Hanging breaking ball for a ball, 1-0. Misses outside as well. Second and third for North. Decker at the plate. 2-0. Low 3-0. I could get him on base and bring the Tig run to the plate. Decker wants to hit this one 800 feet. Let him. One away here, top of the 7th, 6-2. Cats lead, trying to nail it down. Wallace, the second Wildcat pitcher of the evening. 3-0. Fastball at the letters. Riley Singleton, the first baseman, is on deck for North. Three and 1 to Cam Decker. Wallace comes to the set and throws the 3-1. Decker hits it up the middle. Hankey will field it. Throw on to first base, 2 gone. The runner comes in to score, and it's 6-3. Trading a run for an out right there, 2 away. Up the third, Niels, and here comes Riley Singleton. So Wallace, just one more out to get here. Fouled off, first base netting above the Wildcat dugout. So 0-1 so far. Singleton singled, flew out to right, and bounced into a fielder's choice. Ball got loose out of the Wildcat bullpen. So North still working with the man at third with 2 outs. The 0-1. Looped into shallow right. In comes Hettinger. He'll make the catch, and the Wildcats win it with a 6-3 win over Evansville North here at Rookser Field. 6 runs on 11 hits and 3 errors for the Cats. 3 runs, 3 hits, and 2 errors for the Huskies. With the win, the Wildcats push their mark to 19-4. North is 18-4 on the season. These two teams could meet in the sectional final at Bosse Field on Memorial Day, should they both win opening round games. So the Cats win it 6-3 over North. That'll wrap things up tonight from Rookser Field. For Jeremy Marcos, I'm Kirk Kuchsell saying good night from Rookser Field.